My name is Don Wilson. We live at Stirling. I've been a beekeeper since I was in high school, off and on, and we are in the Belleville market selling honey throughout the summer months. Well, this is the time of year that the bees begin to multiply. The natural procedure is that the old queen will leave the old colony with maybe 10 or 20,000 bees. And this is the natural process of multiplication. The old colony will raise a new queen. Bees will travel maybe anywhere between 3 to 4 kilometers looking for nectar, or when they're swarming, what the bees do is they send out scouts looking for new real estate. And once that is done, a great mass of bees and the queen will leave the old colony to look for a new location. Normally, when they leave the old colony, they will cluster on a bush or tree for roughly 24 hours until the next day around midday, and then by that time the scouts they have sent out will have determined where they're moving, and then they'll take off when the sunshine is usually around midday. This was fortunately not very far off the ground. It was only about 3 feet off the ground, so I just cut the branch off and dumped them in front of the box. Hopefully the queen marched inside, and now they're setting up housekeeping. I'll probably take them tomorrow morning when they're quiet in the morning, or in the evening when they're not flying. At this time of the year, the bees are collecting from dandelion. It's the major source of nectar. And yesterday afternoon, about 3 o'clock, it became cloudy, and there was no more nectar in the dandelions, and the bees were very ugly. I was working with them then. They're a bit like people. They have their good and bad days. What has happened over the last 10 or 15 years, there's a mite which has come in from Asia to North America through Europe, and it's called varroa is the name of it. The female mite lays its eggs with the developing larva of the bee, so that the young bees emerge without wings or without legs. They also suck the juices out of the adult bee. We're roughly losing half our bees every year because of this mite infestation. It probably means that they're not too severely affected when they swarm like this. The big problem for agriculture and food production is a third of our food relies for pollination upon bees, the honeybee. So it's a major threat to our civilization, basically, yes. This is the clover. When bees are swarming, they're sort of on a honeymoon, and they're usually good-tempered. Don't agitate them or don't wave at them, just let them be, and they'll soon move on.